Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So all the materials are mostly from Dollar Tree. Some of the fabric that I'm using that you're going to see is from the thrift store. So for this first project, I just found these canvases at Dollar Tree, and basically all I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of fabric, and you can get this from the craft store. You can also get it from a thrift store secondhand. All I'm going to do is trace this to fit the canvas. So I'm going to put the canvas above the fabric to make it easier, and then tracing it with a Sharpie marker. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut that. Once your material is cut, I'm just taking this Mod Podge and I'm brushing this all over the canvas. You want to make sure you get all the corners. I'm now placing my fabric onto the canvas, and if there's a line, you can always just smooth it over or iron it out beforehand. It will go away once you do it. But if you feel that it is like a really bad crease, you can always go in before and iron. So basically you're just going to smooth everything out, and at the end you can go around the edges and cut the extra fabric. I found these flowers from the Dollar Tree as well, and I just took them off the stem, and now I'm just going to go ahead and hot glue 3 of those onto the canvas. And I just took this Dollar Tree lantern and I hot glued it to the project, and yes, this does light up, so it's really unique and cool. And these are the final results. I really love how this one came out. And for this next project, I'm using the same material, and I actually got this at the thrift store like I mentioned earlier, but it was a curtain. So I'm going ahead and I'm tracing the arrow onto the material, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut that out. And now I'm just taking a good layer of Mod Podge and I'm going to brush that onto the arrow. And I'm just going to transfer the fabric onto the arrow. So I had actually got these Scrabble letters from the dollar spot at Target during Valentine's Day. Some of them don't have the letters on it, so I'm going to go ahead and fill those in right now. I do want to order some on AliExpress so I can use this for future projects. I just spelt out the word Love Shack, like Loveshackfancy, and I really love how this came out. I just went ahead and glued the Scrabble letters onto the arrow, and you have yourself a pretty shabby chic Loveshackfancy inspired room decoration. For this next decoration, I'm just taking this wooden crate box from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to go ahead and take the same fabric and I'm going to go ahead and Mod Podge that onto just the front. But if you want to take the extra mile, you can Mod Podge it all over, so it's like one big floral crate, but I just decided to put it on just the front. Next up, I'm just taking a foam block from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to go ahead and make that fit inside, and if it doesn't fit all together, you can cut it in half. And I'm going to take some flowers that I also got from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to take them off the stem and put them in the foam. You can use these same flowers or you can mismatch them and, make it really colorful. It's totally up to you, the colors that you choose, the flowers that you choose. And you can also go ahead and paint the flowers if you would like and add glitter. It's totally optional and up to you. So I just took this flower stem and I hot glued it to a clothing pin that I had laying around, and then I went ahead and I stuck that in there. You can use this to display photos, to display cards, to display business cards. It's totally customizable and up to you. And these are the final results. For this last project, I just had this glitter shaker laying around. I got this from the craft store, and then I went ahead and I tried to get the label off. I'm sure there's an easier way to do this, but I gave up and I literally just put a ribbon around it, and you can barely see it underneath. I don't think anyone would really notice. So if you can't get the label off, that's perfectly fine because you can do it the lazy way. And the final step is to put some fake flowers inside, and these are also from Dollar Tree. And these are the final results. But yeah, guys, that is it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss any of my upcoming content. Leave me a comment down below telling me which of these projects was your favorite. Also, don't forget to follow me on all of my social media. Everything will be linked down below as usual, and I will see you guys in my next lovely video.